What's going on, guys? It's Jake back with another video. Now this time we're going to be talking about the new video from Takara Tomy, kind of giving us an in-depth look at the brand new Limit Break set. And there's some pretty cool tidbits of information here that we did not know before, so let's get right into it. Before we talk about the set, if we could hit 500 likes on this video, of course, that would be absolutely amazing. Hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation. And if you did not know, there is a giveaway going on with me and Mall of Toys where you can win yourself a random booster. So go join that. Link is going to be in the description. But now let's talk about this set. Really, guys, I've already made a couple of videos talking about this set and going over the way I think the bays look, what I think about the abilities, etc. So really, I kind of want to just skip past that stuff and talk about the new bits of information. So first up, we have the new launchers. Now, we've already seen what these launchers look like, but now we can actually kind of see them in person, not like perfect Takara Tomy pictures. And of course, they look really cool. And of course, I still prefer the white and blue left spin launcher. Now, next up, guys, we have the brand new stadium. Now, whenever we first saw the stadium, I was not sure how I felt about it. To be honest, it looked just kind of gimmicky and I wasn't really sure, but after seeing this video, I definitely like it a lot more. It's bigger than the normal base stadium, which is cool because honestly, I kind of felt that the normal base stadium was getting a little bit small for just how big these burst bays are. And the kind of weird semi-pockets in the stadium that I wasn't so sure about actually seems to affect attack type bays pretty well. And I just think it's going to make battles more interesting, but I am going to have to test it for myself to really see what I think about it. So now let's move on to Hyperion, and what's pretty cool is that the Hyperion chip actually has metal on it, and originally I kind of thought that it was just like a plastic redesign of Hyperion that we've had before, but now we know there is metal on this chip, and I think that's pretty cool. It's going to make it more meta, that's for sure. The Takara Tomy spokesperson also kind of shows off how the Hyperion ability works, and it's just by reaching kind of a mid-click point, so right when it's like halfway to bursting, that is when the wings will just kind of pop out all at one time. And they show this off in a battle as well later in the video, and it actually seems like it works pretty well. It looks pretty random, which some people may not like, but I think it looks pretty cool. And speaking of the Hyperion burn layer and its ring, yeah, it's extremely chunky. It might be the chunkiest Beyblade layer we have so far, and that's because it kind of just combines in the chassis with it. And yeah, it's a thick boy, that's for sure. There are still discs though, but they're kind of like these weird limit break only discs, kind of. The one for Hyperion is actually, I believe, called Cho, and it's just kind of this weird looking disc that is not symmetrical at all. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it's kind of unfortunate that you can't use any other discs. At least that's the way it seems. Now we're going to talk about Helios Volcano, and just like Hyperion, there is metal on the Helios chip, and I'm going to be honest, I think I like Helios a bit better. I think this silver metal looks really cool here. Just like Hyperion, the Helios layer is still pretty chunky as well, but maybe not as chunky. It's close though, pretty close. But the way that the ability works is actually pretty interesting and not really what I was expecting at all. So just like Hyperion, whenever it reaches the kind of midway to bursting point, it doesn't just unlock and become free spin like I thought it would. It actually does like this weird full 180-degree turn. And I don't know what that's going to do in battle, but it's definitely pretty cool. And then after that point in battle, the top part of the Helios layer actually becomes kind of spring-loaded, kind of like God Valkyrie, but better. Now, once again, I don't know how effective that is going to be in battle, but just looking at it, it looks really cool. So these new limit break abilities are pretty sick in my opinion. I definitely prefer them so far to like burst stoppers or even the infinity lock system we had for GT. That's actually kind of interesting when you think about it. The last 3 seasons have had these kind of end of season Beyblade abilities. For Cho-Z, we had the Cho-Z system where we had kind of burst stoppers and wings that would pop out. For GT, we had infinity lock bays. And now for sparking, we have the limit break system. That's kind of interesting, I think. Now, speaking of interesting, so the drivers for the bays are kind of upgraded versions of ones we've already had. We have Exceed Dash and Zone Dash, but the set also comes with these little chips, kind of like the Extend Plus chip. And these chips are metal, so it adds a bit of weight to the driver, and it just kind of clicks on to the driver itself, and it changes the shape a little bit. Now for Zone, it kind of changes the shape and it makes it more round looking, but it's still free spin. But for Exceed, it actually locks the driver in place and it makes it more aggressive. And that I think is actually pretty cool. I wonder how it's going to be, if it's going to perform any better because it's locked, or if the stamina is going to be worse or something. I really have no idea. Now in this Takara Tomy video, they also do a battle between the 2 bays in this stadium, which is pretty cool as well. And I'm just going to link to their video in the description down below if you want to watch it. It just kind of shows off Hyperion's ability, and it's just 1 round. So it definitely leaves a lot to be desired, and I just can't wait to get these bays in myself and do battles of my own, because I'm just pretty excited to get these. I'm honestly mostly excited for the stadium now. Surprisingly. I've already pre-ordered the set, but if you guys have not, I recommend Mall of Toys, and I do have a link in the description that is going to help me out a little bit. And also, if you use code 1ilinnuc, which is kind of an odd code, but if you use the code, it is going to give you guys 10% off your first order, which is pretty nice overall. But really, that just kind of wraps up the new information for the set. I don't really want to go over old stuff about how the bays look and what I think of them, etc., because I've already done that like twice now. But the set comes out November 14th, which means I'll probably have it just a few days after that, so we are only a couple of weeks away. But let me know what you guys think of the set in the comments down below, and if you guys are going to be ordering it or not. But that's going to wrap up this update video. If you liked it, hit that like button down below, subscribe to join the Nook Nation, and turn on notifications. I will see you guys in the next one. Have fun and bay away.